usually you get a buzzword in a session or something, and it's usually something like AI, for example. This one was vision. So, the word vision came up again and again and again. Talk me through the vision that you discussed in that session.
Yeah, so I think, so it's basically a couple of things. So one is really the vision of where are we going pragmatically as an industry over the course of the let's call it the next decade or so. So that's, to me, that's not, and again, this is one of the things that came out in the discussion. It wasn't just, hey, we can throw a bunch of technology buzzwords at the problem, but we talk about pragmatically, how do we go ahead and go, not just from a tech stack perspective, but from a policy perspective, from a procurement perspective, for the future. And so some of the great conversations we had, just because, and I always appreciate innovative customer perspectives, is talking about, do we buy we currently buy assets. I buy this controller, I buy those signs, whatever. Can we start buying outcomes? And I think one of the great things that the city of Graz pointed out was, our customers don't care about the assets. They actually don't care about the technology either. They care about the outcomes. I get the nasty phone calls or emails or whatever when there's a delay that my citizens didn't know about. So if I can go buy outcomes, that's the most responsible way of spending the citizens' money. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. And I think you often find when you come to an event like this, people are showing off, especially smaller companies, almost a solution in search of a problem.
Yes, exactly.
I guess when you've got so many solutions in a business, then you've got the solutions ready for the problem when your customer comes to you with that problem.
Frankly, I think the key piece is having the right conversation. Like, having the right customer and then having the right conversations. Because if for some reason you don't have that solution, or if you've got, 87.5% of the solution, you're looking for the rest of it, then the rest of it can be, hey, we know who to go partner with because we've done this before, or we know we can go develop that remaining amount with our customer because we've had those, we've gone through that practice of customer-led development before, and we can go ahead and close that gap and solve the problem. Yeah.
Over the years, Intertraffic and other big events like this, there's always something that's the buzzword of the year. So, you look back and one year it would have been everyone was talking about autonomy and driverless vehicles. Another would be mobility as a service. Everyone had an offering on that one year. Active travel 2 years ago was what was being talked about. Here, it's what was in the title of your session, AI. Everyone's got an AI solution, but when you actually sometimes look under the hood, you find that it's not really very AI at all. Where do you think AI is taking our industry?
So a couple of things. One is, I think you're right. There's this hype cycle, and we're probably at the annoying part of the hype cycle for AI. So sorry about that. But look, if you're gonna apply, and full disclosure, before I came to Unix, I was running an AI company, right? And so when I think about the ITS industry, we shouldn't be, we're not innovators of AI. We should be people that have domain expertise, that know how to apply AI to real customer problems for solutions. It's one of the themes of our panel. And to do that effectively means we're domain experts, right? What that really means is, we've got customers that are interested in solutions that could be that are or could be AI enabled. And then the third piece of it is we have the requisite training data. So if you give a good algorithm bad data, it's the garbage in, garbage out problem. If you give a good algorithm good data, then you'll have a tendency to have good solutions. And so we can get all wrapped around the buzzwords and whatever else. I would rather actually solve a good problem than have whiz-bangy technology that doesn't do anything. So hopefully, if I do my job correctly and my teammates do their job correctly, we're doing the latter.
It's interesting actually, because that's the warning everyone says about, for example, ChatGPT, is it's all very well, but don't ever let it write something that you don't know about, because you will believe a load of rubbish, whereas you can read something and go, well, that's not right, because you've got the expertise to let it help you, but don't expect it to do everything, as you say, with the data and things. Now, I guess one of my questions is, you as a CEO, you've got your vision that we talked about, you've got a real idea of what you could do, but do we as an industry have a problem that can we get the people to actually write the code? Can we get the people to actually produce it? Because we're competing. The more we go into a software solutions business, we're competing with fintech. We're competing with so many other industries.
So I think, and this is the thing is like, we're not going to compete with OpenAI for AI talent. That's just, and by the way, like I don't even think generative AI is the right AI to apply to this industry. There's some use cases, but it's not really the important pieces. The important pieces are just taking the innovative technology and applying it. And I do think we can find the talent for that. I think the other piece of it is there is, look, you see the gray hair, I'm generations younger than me. An understanding of like, no, this really is about livable cities, this really is about greenery, and we care. And there's a generation motivated by, trying to do the right thing with sustainable cities. So I do think we can go ahead and find the talent. And if we marry it with the domain expertise and the right customers, hopefully we get good solutions.
And the session was called Unlock Tomorrow, AI, Cloud and Mobility, Fad or Fundamental Shift.
Yeah.
So what is it, fad or fundamental shift?
A little bit of both, of course. So like, I think, again, I think, look, we're in the AI hype cycle. I don't want to be full of caca. But there is real use cases here, and there is real applicable technology. And again, it's not necessarily generative AI. I think there's other types of AI that are really useful, and cloud, right? And computer vision. And when you start bringing those together in a solution set, I think we can actually be helpful.